Hello everyone, welcome to the Anime Recap Media YouTube channel. Please like the video, subscribe to help our channel and enjoy this full video.
It's a normal morning for Princess Ariel as the second princess of the kingdom of Asura. She doesn't have much work to do for the day, so that morning she stands up and walks to her window, not knowing what the day will have for her. Later that day, she meets with her guards Luke and Derek. She keeps talking to Lucas, she eats her cake, asking him if he prefers his berries to be fragmented or not. He insists that the ones without such fragments also have their advantages and they are not without their flavors. Derek, who also stands and watches the conversation, warns her that one day she will become the queen of that kingdom, and the kingdom will be left in her hand. So she should watch what she says, especially to their enemies, so that people wouldn't use her words against her. She laughs at Derek's words. She tells him that he says statements like that when he knows that the probability that she can get the throne is little to none. She reminds him that she is the second princess of the kingdom and she has 2 elder brothers and an elder sister. She tells Derek that she prefers to continue living her life recklessly without considering that she may be given such a responsibility. Despite that, Derek insists that she should watch what she does and that there is nothing that is impossible. At that moment when they are talking, a female elf falls from the sky. She doesn't understand what is happening to her, neither does she know what is happening. She keeps falling off, and at a point, she falls towards a watery sky and she coughs out. On the other hand, Luke hears a strange bang around them. He gets alert, trying to find out if there is something strange around them, but when he checks, he finds nothing. Unknown to them, a wild boar has escaped from the forest. The boar gets towards them even before they can find out, and when they eventually hear the loud noise of the boar, it is a little too late for them to do anything. Luke gets into action, trying to save his princess, but the boar throws him off without any consideration. Derek gets very scared. He tells Luke to take care of the princess while he goes to save the crown. Luke is already inside the pool due to the boar's hit. One would wonder how Luke, who is injured, would save Princess Ariel. Ariel stands before the boar, the probability with her last strength and will to survive. Fortunately for her, the strange female elf falls directly on the boar's head. Everything happens in split seconds, and everyone there can't even account for what is happening. Immediately, the young lady falls on the boar weakens, and the elf falls. The elf falls on the grass around while the boar does and falls inside the pool. Luke gathers himself up and meets Ariel, who also wonders what kind of scene she has just witnessed. Ariel takes charge of the female elf, keeping her appearance a secret till the lady wakes up. When the elf wakes up, she first hopes and wishes that everything she has experienced not quite long was a dream. Ariel notices that she has woken up and she comes to meet her. She introduces herself as the princess of Asura and asks the girl where she is from. The elf tells her she is from the kingdom of Buena, but when Ariel asks her how she got there, she tells Ariel that she doesn't know what happened to her. She says she suddenly started floating in the air and found themselves there. Ariel comments that the kingdom of Fitna is gone. She says that the most difficult thing with such missing kingdoms is the wish and want to find your loved ones and family because it will be impossible for her to see them again. She gives the elf her condolence, and without saying anything about how the elf had saved her and her people from perishing at the hands of the boar, she tells the elf that she will be punished for trespassing into the palace. She, however, comments that she is ready to save the elf from such punishment and also help her find her lost friends and family, but on the condition that the elf will stay by her side. She brings out a pair of glasses, telling the elf that she wants her to wear the glasses and take on a new name and a new identity. And if she does just that, she is reassuring her that she will take care of her and ensure she finds her friends and family. That day, the elf takes the glasses and takes on the name Fitz. She takes the identity of a male and starts working with Luke as Ariel's guard. Sometimes later, Luke and Fitz enter Ariel's room to dress her up for the day. As they comb her hair, she asks Luke what her schedule for the day is, and he tells her that the day's schedule starts with the procession she has at the hall, and after the procession, she is to meet with Lord Palman. She asks him why he is that formal when he is talking about his father, but he tells her that he loves separating his work life from his personal life, so he prefers to refer to his father as Lord Palman. After dressing up, Ariel starts her daily duty. She enters into an already filled hall where all the guests have been anticipating her. She gestures and greets everyone there, and she eventually sees Lord Palman, who comes to greet her and asks her if she hasn't forgotten about their schedule for the afternoon. She greets him in return, telling him that she will meet with him as it had been planned. Her elder brother, Prince Grable, sees Ariel speaking with Lord Palman and gets uncomfortable. He walks to them while they are having the conversation and greets Ariel sarcastically. He says that he wonders what his sister, who is born of the real wife of the king compared to him, who is the fruit of a concubine, is saying with a noble like Lord Palman. She replies to him that she knows she has no reason to meet someone as noble as Palman, and the reason they are talking is to talk about the food they will have in the afternoon. So he tells Ariel that he wishes to hear her sweet voice singing again and that singing is the only reason why people should hear her voice, and she shouldn't bother pitching her voice where no one wants to hear. She accepts his advice, and he leaves. He walks away with his guard but complains to him that he is uncomfortable. His guard wonders if he is uncomfortable about what Ariel is doing, but he says he is more bothered about Ariel's new guard, which his guard calls the silent Fitz. Grable's guard says that Fitz is so silent that no one has ever heard him laugh or talk before. Luke notices that Fitz is tired of standing, and Fitz is shaking. He tells him that it isn't a worry that he is tired but he shouldn't let everyone know that he is tired. He says that Fitz should remember his utmost priority is the princess. Luke sees Princess Hermes, and he goes to greet her. Hermes asks about Lord Pyleman, and when Luke wants to speak with her, he asks for an excuse from Fitz, begging him to put his eyes on the princess while he is away. When Luke is away, Fitz's elf ears listen to what everyone in the room says about him, and he gets weak. He falls through his knees. One of the guests asks to help him stand up, and when he touches his hand, he comments that Fitz's hand is soft and it is just like that of a female. Fitz gets terrified, and he shifts back and mistakenly hits a guest behind him and falls for his drink. That calls for attention in the hall, but Ariel, in her means of mitigating the hardship, starts singing her song, calling the attention of everyone. And after she finishes, everyone claps her happily. Grable and his guard Darius look at how everyone is happy to speak and cheer Ariel up. They admit that Ariel is lovable, and everyone loves her. After the program, Fitz returns to Ariel's inner chambers with Luke. Luke tells him that he could have done better in the hall, and if not for Ariel's wisdom, things could have been worse. He apologizes to Ariel and says he will learn better. Ariel encourages him that he is doing well already and says that Fitz saved her life, so she owes Fitz her life. She says they are all friends, and friends cover up for each other, so he doesn't have to worry. Fitz appreciates her, and they all retire to bed. That night, Fitz gets a nightmare of the day he was floating in the air. He suddenly wakes up panting. The following day, Ariel meets with Pyleman, who tells her about their strategy for how she will take over the kingdom. He tells her that they have the support of most of the groups in the kingdom, and she doesn't have to worry. But all she has to do is to ensure she remains lovable. She reminds him that the only thing she has against her brother is the fact that she is loved and she is also popular. He tells her that being loved and popular is all that is needed in that race, and she really doesn't have to stress it. Before leaving, he instructs Luke to ensure he protects the princess from any harm. As he leaves, Fitz bows to him, and after Pyleman leaves, Ariel tells him that he has learned the etiquette of the palace. Although he insists that he hasn't learned much, but just enough. As they walk away, he asks Ariel if she has helped him find his family and his friends. Unfortunately, Ariel hasn't found them. She apologizes to him that her power at that moment isn't enough for her to pull that many strings, but she will do her best to get his family for him. She tells Fitz that she heard he has been having nightmares. She says she would like Fitz to spend the night with her so they can sleep on the bed because, according to her, it would reduce the probability of getting a nightmare. Fitz protests, but Luke tells him to take it as a bonus for his hard work. That evening, Grable meets with Darius at a place where they talk about how Ariel is getting support, and Darius says that if they see that she is gaining too much popularity, they may just nip her bud. That night, Fitz goes to Ariel's room as planned. After Ariel teases her that she wants to sleep with her, they eventually sleep on the same bed after Ariel says she also suffers from nightmares of dying. At midnight, an assassin attacks them. Fitz wakes up and fights the assassin, who eventually injures him. The assassin attempts to kill Ariel, but Fitz summons his last power to blow her off before collapsing. Ariel calls for help, and they revive Fitz. She meets with Pyleman, who tells her the assassin is called the Night-Eyed Hawk and she is a well-known assassin that has killed several nobles. He says it means there are enemies in the palace and advises her to leave the country in the guise of going to study. She accepts to do so. She walks to Fitz and removes the glasses, saying that she knows she forced him into that job by threatening to punish him for trespassing, and she can't also find his family, so he is relieved of his duty. Fitz takes back the glasses. He says that Ariel called him a friend, and friends don't leave each other.
How was the video? We hope it was good. If so, please check these videos. Also, please comment down your thoughts and your suggestions for future videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing now to show the support to our channel. We hope to see you soon with another video right in this channel. Have a nice day.